Jose here in London, part of my fourth leg of my European tour. Today I'm going to be spending time in London, meeting Araminta at Sloane Square in Chelsea. So taking everything literally one step at a time. Amazing! Look at this car. Just spent lunchtime with Araminta's mom and Araminta, and the car that you just saw is Araminta's mother's car, which is, believe it or not, a 1991 Nissan Figaro, which she says only 1,000 were made in 1991, and there's about quite a few, there's 10 in the United States and quite a few in London, and the only one in that beautiful color. So Araminta's mom is just awesome, just a spitfire, alive, so much aliveness, so much of a zest for life, and intelligence and sweetness. Yeah, it was just a real privilege to meet Araminta's mom. Araminta was telling me that Chelsea is where like the height of the swinging 60s in London was taking place. You know, the whole scene with the Beatles and so on and so forth. And as she was growing up in the 1980s, Sloane Square, Sloane Station, where we got off on the tube, was actually like filled with punks and yeah, punk. So it went from swinging 60s to punk, and now to a bit like yuppie and old money. So yeah, really cool part of London that I got to see for the first time. I didn't see this the last time. So today is Friday, May 18th, the day of the London Power and Pleasure workshop on my European tour. I'm ecstatic to announce that we are overbooked in London. More than 40 people are attending. The room can't even hold everybody, but we're squishing everybody in because there's more pleasure when it's tight. So that said, all is going well. Juliette and Raj did a bang-up job of getting everything organized. The venue is sweet. I'm happy. This is the last leg. After this, we head out to Turkey for the Istanbul training, ISTA training. So this is going to be the last workshop in Europe of Awakening Power and Pleasure. This is Tom. Tom is a buddy of mine. We met at ISTA in the UK in 2016. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I love you now.
You love me now. Share a bit of your experience with Frank.
Well, I thought you were irritating beyond belief, and you pressed every button in me, and I wanted to kill you. But now I love you.
There you go. And that's not a rare story. Most people in ISTA, the most common feedback I get in ISTA on like the closing day of appreciations and completions is, you know, I really didn't like you at the beginning. You triggered the fuck out of me, but now I like you. Now I like you. So Tom falls into that category, but he was intense. He had like a visceral experience around me. And so then since then we've been in Guatemala together. We did level 2, level 3, and we're good old chaps now, as they would say in Old Town here.
Yeah.
And
old
what else?
Buddies.
Old buddies. So tell me a bit about your experience on your journey with ISTA.
My goodness. ISTA 1, what's amazing about ISTA 1 is when you do it with different people leading it, and you can just see the kind of syllabus running through it, and yet the way they run it is so different. And it's beautiful for that. So you can do it many times and have completely different experiences. And each time you're learning something. And I went back to do level 1 again because I was really unhappy with myself for the bits that I kind of resisted. And so there were things I wanted to do again. And that was brilliant. And I'm going to do it a number of times.
What's your biggest takeaway? How did it affect your life, like literally coming out of it? What changed? What was the most drastic change in your life?
I fell in love with you.
There you have it.
Actually, that's not so stupid.
Tell me.
Because I grew up with a very low trust of men. And so you in Guatemala and Shaha in Thailand, two beautiful men that I really sort of saw. And I see you as good people. And that was different.
Thanks, Tom.